Hey, welcome back. I'm Brian. This is Random Adventures, and this is Uncle Buck, my 1988 two-wheel drive Bronco 2 mini truck project. Follow along today as we are going to do some custom front bumper mods I think you might find cool. Stick around. All right, welcome. Hopefully you've been following along with this project. If you haven't, I think it's pretty cool. And I think you should go back and watch the other videos. Why don't you like it? And why don't you subscribe to it while you're at it too? It's a pretty cool truck. I don't see a lot of these types of trucks and projects floating around on YouTube at all. So something kind of unique. And I am in love with this thing. But today, what I'm going to be doing is I need to get the front bumper ready. And I wanted to do something special for this truck, something me personally I have not seen done on these trucks ever. So yeah, I don't know if I'm the first one doing it, but I'm the one doing it now. So what I want to do is I want to add some driving lights or fog lights into the front of this truck. And something I had never seen done was actually mounting them into the front bumper. I've seen all the add-on front air dams that have the little holes in them for the little lights and stuff. I've seen those done. But I'm not looking for that look. I'm looking for something different. I'm going to be doing something special with the front air dam on this truck, but I don't want lights in it. This truck, I'm following a what if Ford SVT back in 1988 decided to do a hopped up factory version of a Bronco 2. This is what I think it would have been like personally, because it's getting a 5.0. It's getting a fully electronically controlled 4-speed automatic overdrive. It's getting slammed with custom suspension. It already has 18-inch wheels on it. It's going to be pretty trick. So I want to do something special for the front bumper. And I know Ford SVT back in the day, they were always looking at what the European guys were doing. Like when they had the SVO Mustangs, they basically ripped off the wheels that Porsche had on their cars for the SVO. So I know there's always been kind of a European flair that they looked at anyway for their project. So that's what I'm going to incorporate into this. And let me show you what I'm going to do. So obviously right now the truck is, I just finished painting it. It's starting to go back together, but all this front end is going to be coming back off to do the drivetrain swap. But I got to put a bumper on it. And what I ended up doing was I bought a brand new factory replacement bumper, and it's just black painted. I don't know if you can even get chrome ones for this anymore. Has to be a chrome bumper because it's going to tie into what I did here on the rear. I don't want a painted bumper on the front and a chrome bumper on the rear, and I don't want two painted bumpers. So I like the chrome, I like the bling. That's what I'm going for on this. So what I'm going to do is I'll insert some pictures here of what I was contemplating. Here's one. It's okay. I don't care for it a whole lot, but then there was this idea. Now this one I like. To me, that screams like European rally car kind of a vibe, which I kind of dig. So what I'm going to do is I marked out on the bumper, and it kind of works out. I'm going to drill holes through the bumper, and it's actually going to remove these license plate holes in the bumper, which is very convenient. And I'm going to mount two lights in there. And let me show you what I got. Okay, so my biggest problem was I only had so much surface area on the front of that bumper to work with. So number one, I had to find a light that would fit in the spots where I wanted it. And I also wanted to keep them round to go with the round headlights on the truck. I don't like mix matching round lights with rectangle or square lights. I like to keep everything the same. So what I found was going to work out absolutely perfect is through LMR 50 Resto. They sell replacement fog lights for 87, 93 Mustang GTs. These are the lights that go down in the bumper. I think a pair of these was like 65, 70 bucks or something. And they are 4-inch. I call this a 4-inch light. So I bought a pair of these, and then I put some amber film on it over just the glass lens just to try it to see what it looked like. If I don't like it, I can just peel it right off. And also, they sell the pigtails to plug right into these. So I just can make a simple harness to a relay, to a switch I already have in the dash, and boom, I got fog lights. Now to make that hole, I found this monster of a hole saw. This is a 4.5-inch carbide bit hole saw. This thing is a beast. So this is what I'm going to use to drill the hole in the bumper. And the light, this fits around the raised part of the lens perfectly. So that's what I'm going to use to get the holes in place in the bumper and get the lights mounted. Then, because I'm starting with just a plain painted bumper, on the back side I can weld to it. So I can make some little mounting brackets to hold the lights in place, weld them on, and then off the bumper will go to chrome. Okay, I got my 2 pilot holes drilled in the center of the bumper. I got this monster on here. I hope this thing has got the balls to do it. I wish there was some way I could chuck this up in my drill press and do it. But we'll see how this goes. Got the gun set on low speed, so get it in my pilot hole. Okay, here goes nothing. Woo. Oh, jeez. Didn't see that one coming. Okay. She's cutting. It'll be a nasty hole, but it's cutting. All right. Back at it. Okay. Spared you all the noise from that. Holy crap. Here it is. First hole is cut out. She looks really good. Did a little bit of deburring on the edges. Looks nice. So now, the light. So that was a 4.5-inch hole saw. Oh, the raised part of the glass lens fits perfectly through that hole. Oh, it's exactly what I wanted. It's literally flush with the, well, this is a divot in the center of the bumper, but the other parts of the bumper, it's literally flush with. That is freaking awesome. I like that. Okay. I don't know, hopefully you can see that. Let me tilt it up a little bit. There it is. Oh yeah, I dig that a lot. All right, now do the other hole. Cool, all right. All right, there it is. 2 holes. Both lights fit perfectly. So now I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna start figuring out some mounting brackets. I don't think that's gonna be too difficult, but let's see what I come up with. Okay, so both lights fit nice and clean on the back side, right through the holes. So I got these mounting studs right here. I just got to figure out a way to make a bracket that's attached to the bumper, but I can still get the light out if I need to change a bulb or whatever. It's got to come out to get it chrome plated anyway. So I think I'm going to make a little bracket to weld on the bottom edge of the bumper right here. Maybe come out and then come up on a 45-degree angle. So the stud will be kind of like this. That way when I loosen it, the light can still roll back and I can get it out, I believe. So that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to whip up a couple brackets right here. We'll mock them up, see how they work. I'll tack them in place, and we'll go from there. Well, built some tabs here. Added some 3/16. I think should be plenty strong enough. I'll weld them both sides of the bumper there. And I should still be able to sneak the light out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tack one of them in place. Make sure I can still get the light out. And if we're good there, I'll go ahead and burn them in for good. So we'll flip it over and see what it looks like. And there they are. Brackets welded on. I had to put a slot in these to get them in. Once they were in, I had them welded on. Without the slot, I couldn't get the light out. I mean, I got it out. I had to kind of force it kind of hard. But with the slot, then they slide in. So there they are. Looks pretty good. Now let's flip it over. Bam. And there they are. Flush mount. All right, let me just kind of mock it up, throw it on the front of the truck, and we'll get a look at it. All right, here. Quick little mock-up's kind of hard to get a good shot in front of the garage door here. But I like it. Now just imagine the bumper chrome blend in with the grill. I think the lights will kind of disappear into the chrome. And I like it. That's cool. I mean, that couldn't fit any better. It's gonna be awesome. May go in and open up the holes just a hair more to get them off the glass. That way when I put them in, I don't tear the amber vinyl that I'm gonna put over them. So, but I dig it. Let's wait till tomorrow in the daylight. Open up the garage door, get a better look at it. Okay, I'm back. Well, it's actually been a couple months since that last clip of modifying the bumper. Boy, let me tell you something. I did not think it was going to be this difficult to just get a bumper chromed. After I had the bumper modified, I had to find someone to chrome it. I did a quick Google search. A couple places popped up that were relatively close. I'm outside of Toledo, Ohio. In Cleveland, Ohio, was the first place I found. I seen a lot of people said they used them. They recommended them online. I can't remember the name of the place, but anyway, when I called them, they told me, number one, they were on a 12-month backlog before they could even get to a bumper. And to chrome this simple bumper, they wanted $2,800. That is insane. That's more than I paid for the whole truck. So I found another place outside of Detroit. I talked to a gentleman there a few times. He was running on about a 6 to 8 month wait to get to a bumper. He said he might be able to slide me in a little bit sooner than that, but it just didn't really work for me. And without seeing it, he said minimum he wanted $850 until he sees it, and then depending on how much work it was going to need, it could go up from there. So back to good old Facebook Marketplace I went, and I actually found a local guy here in Toledo, Ohio called Joe's Chrome. Pretty simple. And I reached out to Joe, talked to him, and only request he had was, because it's a painted bumper, to go get it sandblasted. He needed it as a completely bare metal piece to start with. It's actually, I didn't know this, said it's actually easier to start with a bumper that was already chrome as opposed to starting one that was never chrome. Who would have thought? So anyway, Joe's Chrome in Toledo, Ohio did this for me. He knocked it out. I think it's been about 2 months, I think. Very happy, very fair price. Joe's Chrome, if you're looking for something and you're kind of local to this area, remember this phone number, 419-467-4716. I'll put it up here. Okay? So, need some work done, need some chrome. Guy's got a cool little shop. He's just kind of doing little pieces here and there. He's not doing like huge, massive projects. So, very happy. So, here it is. It's done. What do you say we go ahead and unwrap this together and take a look? Wrapped up and packaged very well. Oh, how about that? Oh, bam. There she be. I'm gonna set her down here. We'll get a better look at it. Oh. And there she be. All my schmutzy fingerprints and all. Very happy. Very happy. I think it's going to look pretty cool. Get those lights mounted in there. I think the backside, I think maybe I'll paint the backside of it maybe with some like bed liner just to make it a little more durable. Seems like most chrome bumpers always start rusting from the backside. So I'm gonna take a little precaution and coat the backside of it just to protect it a little bit. But yeah, I gotta clean it up, polish it up, then we'll throw it on the truck, see how she looks. So there's a coat of some Eastwood. This is that rust encapsulator I've been using on everything. Put that on the back side. That should help protect the chrome for a while from the harsh environment. All right, let this dry up, and then we'll throw the lights in it. And there's the lights mounted. Nice and simple. They just pop right in. And switch over. Bam. There we go. All right, let's set it on the truck, see how it looks. Let's just set it on here loosely with the bumper bolts just barely holding it on. Let's see how this works. Hair off over here, but we can adjust that later. Okay. How's that look? So you get the air dam on the bottom now. Heck yeah, I like it. Okay. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. All the chrome. That was the move. Heck yeah. Okay, and for my final trick, we now have a S10 air dam on there. I can't believe I'm just now hearing about this. That thing fits like it was almost made for this truck. I literally have like 5 push pins. I had to drill a couple new holes in the air dam. And man, it fits really good. It's just a little bit lower, a little bit wider than the Ranger air dam, or Bronco 2 air dam. But with that bumper, damn, that looks good. All right. Well, there it is. I still have to wire it up. I'm going to include that in the video where I'm doing all the wiring. So we'll have to see the lights working later. But cosmetically, it's done. I freaking love it. So there we go. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for another video on the Uncle Buck build series, custom front bumper. What do you think of it? Cool? Yes, no? Thumbs up, thumbs down? I'm loving it. So we're going to move on to other steps here. We're getting closer and closer to getting this truck done. So if you like it, give it a like, give it a subscribe, share it, leave me a comment, let me know. Have I ruined the truck yet, or is it still pretty cool? All right, so we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.